Gentlemen, ladies, folks, Sandamtod here. This is kind of a companion video to the N64 video, collection video I just did. As I was going through some things after I had done it, because I keep all of my old videos personally on an external hard drive, that I was putting my newest videos on there, and I saw the original N64 video in box, the pickup video that I did. And I never posted this video for a couple of reasons. The main one being, at the time that I found it and the video was filmed, I was laid off from my job. I did not have the internet, and I had no way to post it. And by the time I came back, the video was months old, and so I decided not to post it. Another thing was, because I had been off work for a couple of months, I grew this Grizzly Adams freaking beard that was all scraggly and just all over the place, and it's not the most flattering thing. I'm going to trim that part of it out of the video and just start right with the Nintendo 64 pickup. In the video, you'll see what I actually paid for it. There's a price sticker still on it. There were some things that the old memory doesn't always serve us the greatest over time. There were some things about it that I said in the video I just did that weren't necessarily true. One being that it had the expanded memory in it. Evidently, the system that was in the box when I opened it did not have the memory in it. As well as that, that controller that has the busted-ass stick with the rubber band that I show in the video I just did was evidently the controller that was packed in there with the system when I bought it like 7 years ago. And the final thing was that the Rumble Pack, when I opened it up on the video 7 years ago, it had these same goddamn batteries in it that it had in it when I opened it up on Saturday and pulled the batteries out. I was like, yeah, I probably should take those out of there. In the video, I think I say that, and I never do. Evidently, because they sat in there for 7 years. Luckily, they didn't get corroded or anything. That was about it. It was also, you'll see, it was missing the audio-visual cable to the TV. It just had that RF thing with that converter, and no GoldenEye was in there, so I must have put that in there. I also talk about, really quickly, putting the Jungle Green system in the box, but I think I reconsidered that because that's not a box for the Jungle Green one, it's for the regular one, so I just put a regular system back in there. So I'm basically explaining a video that you're getting ready to watch a portion of from 7 years ago, so I would have been like, what, 37, because I'm 44 now. And it was in that few months, it was in that 6 months I was off YouTube, and my mother's health had gotten really bad, and then she passed away that May. It was sometime between January and May when I picked that up 7 years ago, 2012. So I figured I'd shoot this little intro just to kind of explain the context of the video and how I never did actually post this ever. So it's kind of like a Sandamtod, I forget the word I use, the vintage videos, the flashback videos. What the fuck do I call them? I don't even remember now. But I'll probably put that intro on this video anyway, the Sandamtod retro flashback video, because that's basically what it is. And anyway, I think it's funny because in the video when I'm signing off, I say I don't know when you'll see this, but when you do, it's definitely old. Meaning I was thinking a couple months old, not 7 years old. So Anyway, I thought it was kind of funny. This has probably gone on just about as long as the video did, because it was filmed for a 10-minute time frame on YouTube. So, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for checking this out and checking out the Nintendo 64 video. Believe me, I understand when these videos are this long, an hour, hour and a half long. It's hard to watch the whole thing. I couldn't sit and do it. A lot of people probably skim them or just watch parts of it, or maybe watch it in pieces but only watch like 20, 30 minutes at a time. And that's perfectly cool. I mean, it's just funny that I can barely find the time sometimes to watch all the videos I want, and then I put out a video that's super long and expect people to sit and slug through the whole thing. I really don't. I mainly film this kind of as a vlog, these videos for myself to keep track of things. Because like I said, now I'm looking back at this video from 7 years ago, and some of the stuff I just said from 2 days ago, 7 years ago, it doesn't jive. And I think it does in my brain, but really, the truth, the video speaks the truth. So, believe it. That's my motto, my catchphrase of the day. The videos speak the truth. So, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for coming by, folks. As always, appreciate it.
I picked up a Nintendo 64 in the box tonight. It was I forget what they marked it, $20. They put the staple through the price sticker, I guess, so if it's torn off or there's a different sticker on there doesn't have the staple through it, then they won't sell it. So I actually thought that was kind of ingenious that they thought that far ahead. The box is in relatively good condition. You can see it's got some mainly this edge here where the opening edge has been kind of worked a little bit, but for the most part it's in pretty great shape. The little ding there, probably because the tray on the inside got put in upside down or whatever. Nintendo 64, the fun machine. Well, I never really dubbed it the fun machine, but I never had a box Nintendo 64 because I didn't buy the system when it was new. I bought it at a thrift store. It was one of the first systems I picked up when I started retro collecting again, because I knew a person that had a Nintendo 64 right when they first came out, and the only game they had was Mario, Super Mario 64, and it was just, I got burned out on it, and then I just never really dug the controller or any of that, but, it's got your Killer Instinct ad and your Mario, Pilot Wings, Cruising USA, got your serial number in the window there. It pretty much had everything with it. Let's open it up on this end. It pretty much had everything. It did have the styrofoam insert for the thing. Hold on a second. It had this styrofoam thing that goes inside the box, which was part of the reason why I even considered buying it. Here's the system. The system is just a standard dirty-ass thrift store system. I looked. It does not have the memory. And it looks like the jumper was removed at some point, or at least the sticker was. It's just a dirty Nintendo 64, but I'm probably not gonna. I'll probably test it to see if it works and do a little clean on it. But I've got plenty of them. I'm probably gonna put my Jungle Green Nintendo 64 that has memory and stuff in it in this box, even though it's not the actual box for it. But it came with a controller with a busted joystick. I pretty much didn't expect much from the joystick because I really don't care for them that much anyway. But, especially the gray ones. I mean, a lot of times I will buy gray ones and take the joystick out and put them in a controller if it's a colored one that might have a busted joystick if they're cheap and you get them at the thrift store. So the jungle green controller probably go in here too. It had the power pack, which is nice. It needs to be cleaned. It did have a rumble pack in here. I know those didn't normally come standard with the system. They came with like a Star Fox or something, and then you could buy them separately after a while. But it was the Nintendo brand rumble pack. Probably pull those batteries out of there. So I decided to pick it up. It doesn't have a memory card thing on it or anything. Just a standard RF cable that pretty much worked with the Super Nintendo as well as the regular Nintendo. This is what I think is missing is the RF, is the actual television cable, but there was this converter thing in there for this RF connection. So I was like, I don't have one of these connectors, so I decided to go ahead and pay for $20 for this. And then we'll put the my green Nintendo 64 in there, which is dirty as heck. Here's jungle green. We'll probably put it in there. I got this at the thrift store as well, so I didn't get a box with this one, but this is in really good shape, actually. It's my favorite out of my Nintendo 64s. It's the only one they have that's a different color other than the originals, but like I said, I'm going to put it in the box and put the controller in there so it'll look nice. And that's about it, folks. I'm going to sign off. Any and all new subscribers, I don't know why I'm saying this because I don't know when I'm going to post this, but I'm glad you're here. I normally would put up videos at least one a week, if not around two or three. But I don't have access right now or a income to really buy stuff. So I'm sure people are checking out older videos or wondering where the hell I'm at. But I wasn't really given a shot to tell people. I couldn't really make a video or anything. I was pretty much called in right after the first of the year and was told we're going to lay you off. So I didn't really have a chance to let you guys know that it was coming because I didn't know it was coming. So anyway, folks, thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching this old video because it was filmed a while ago. And hopefully you're also keeping up with some of the new stuff if I got some new stuff coming on. So anyway, I'm going to sign off. Thanks. Bye.